I'm Hans Hansen. I'm Director of New Plant Development at Walters Gardens, Zeeland, Michigan. Today we're talking about Hellebore breeding. Walters Gardens has introduced two strains of Hellebores, the Wedding Party series, which are the double-flowered Hellebores, and the Honeymoon series, which are the single-flowered Hellebores. Our goals are for good plant vigor, good flower coverage, flowers that face sideways, good color saturation on the back of the petals, and long season of bloom. Hellebores are hardy zone 5 through 9. They're great shade plants. They're deer resistant. Rabbits don't really prefer them. They have some drought tolerance in the summer, so they're great companion plants for hostas and ferns, and they also flower very early. These are the hybridous types, which are also called the Lenten rose, compared to the Christmas rose, which is Hellebores niger. Hellebores niger comes in white. The flowers face sideways. We get asked quite a bit, why don't Hellebore flowers face up? Is there something you can do to hybridize Hellebore flowers so they do face up? And the side to downward facing flowers are an evolutionary trait. If the flowers were to face straight up, kind of like a tulip, when the flowers are finished, the anthers would fall to this area and collect, and it would be a source of botrytis, because these petals or sepals don't fall off like a peony when a peony would be finished flowering, and so it would just collect the spent anthers and be a source for disease. Hellebores are a very long-term crop. Just to give you a timeline, a chronological scale of what it takes to have a mature plant. Here it is 2018, February, and we're just making the crosses for 2018. The seeds will not be ripe and ready to sow until April or May. They'll be sown immediately. They'll go through a summer after ripening period. We do cool these down. This is an example of the crop from 2017. It's been in a 38-degree greenhouse. It's just starting to emerge. So this would be 1 calendar year later after a pollination took place. Fast forward to a 1-gallon plant. The pollinations for these were made 1 year prior to that, so this is 2016. Under good greenhouse conditions, high fertility, you can expect about 10 to 20% of the crop to flower 1 year after emergence. 1 year after that, so 2015, you can expect 100% flowering, and this would be an example of a double flowering, and here's a single. So 1 more year, you have 100% flowering. And then after that, the plants just get better and better. Here's an example of 1 additional year. So this cross was made in 2014, and you can just see the quantity of flowers, flower size, and the vigor. Each year we begin breeding Hellebores the end of December, early January. We force our stock plants in a 60-degree daytime environment, evening temperatures about 55 degrees. Because of the amount of flowers, it takes months to hand pollinate each one. This is an example of an early flower that was pollinated. You can see the nice carpels developing. We'll get 15 to 20, 30 seeds out of this when they're mature. We try to hit each flower twice. The first time we go through the crop and indicate that this one's been cross-pollinated. We'll come through the second time and repollinate it just to make sure that we have everything hit to ensure the maximum amount of seed production. For more information on Walters Gardens, you can like us on Facebook. We post frequently, and you can follow and get information about the different perennials that we're working on.